Hey everybody, welcome to AunniesPlace. We are going to do some bath mixes with some herbs, and we'll put them in jars, and then when we're ready we can put them in some of the sachets. Let me show you some of the sachets I've made. When I make them, I make quite a few. I have friends that they like them for different things too. So these are mostly drawstring. I showed a video how to do this. Super easy. I like to use muslin ones. They're good for tea, baths as well. Or if you just need a little something, make little ones. And then I did this color. There's a couple ones of these. More of those. These are some I made previous. This is a one side. It's more like a cinch. So just one side. This I was trying to make some out of t-shirts. I had some old t-shirts. That's also one side, and I used ribbon. These are some other ones I made. And yellow. This one was kind of fun. I did a Celtic design on that one. The satin and then the ribbon. And there's a rune on that one. This one I did not make. Some more little ones. That was kind of a fun design. Made that for myself and some friends. And this drawstring, and then I put a little jewelry charm on that one. Just a little something fun. So obviously the satin and silk ones I would not put in the tub. Any of these others, the cotton, they can go in. This one, now I've used, washed it up, it's ready to go again. Put the herbs outside to decompose, so it's good to go. So multiple sachet bags to pick from whenever the time comes. So let's get started. Let's make some bath sachets. The first one I think we're going to make is called a healing bath. And this is to be used, to be used in conjunction with, if you're not feeling good, it says go to the doctor. But just supposed to make you feel better. Will help with colds. It has peppermint in it. I don't have peppermint, so I'm subbing spearmint, which of course mints open up your nasal area. And then you could add eucalyptus, that would also help. But yeah, so we're going to try that. So it's calling for 3 parts rosemary. So here we got some rosemary. Got my trusty little scooper dooper here. Doesn't work so well with the rosemary, but we get a general idea. Rosemary's pretty potent smelling too. I'd have to think that might help open up your nasal way too if you're kind of snuffy. Seems like a lot, but let's roll with it. 2 parts lavender. Ooh, we're getting low on the lavender. Get some more. There's 1. And we need a little more to make our 2. 2 parts lavender, 2 parts rose. This will be a nice little addition. It's some rose in there. Okay, well, it's 2 parts rose. Alright. This would be a pretty looking potpourri mix, even just sitting out. It does smell good. 1 part peppermint. As I said, I don't have peppermint, so I'm subbing spearmint. My peppermint's going outside, but it's just too young to harvest yet. We'll let it get going a little bit. So we'll add some spearmint here. Alright, and then 1 part cinnamon. Now I have cinnamon sticks, and I wasn't quite sure how I would. That's obviously, so I went in the kitchen and I cheated. Took some cinnamon from there. And that was 1 part cinnamon. Now that's going to mess my little thing up like that. Alright. And I'm going to, I got my trusty chopstick. Stir that up. It's an interesting smell between the rosemary and the cinnamon and the lavender. I bet that's going to be really good in the tub. So I'm not going to smush it because once it goes in a tub, once you put all that hot water in there and let it run over it, it will help steep it just like if you were to drink it as a tea. So I'm going to put it in a jar for now. Oh, see, I had the towel down, I spill. It's hard not to. But it's alright, just some plant material. It's all good. Okay, and then we'll cover this up. Oop, a couple more. Oh, I spilled quite a bit. Okay. So that's our healing bath, and we need to label that. I got a tag all ready to go. Where's my tape? I just make sure you label everything because you will forget what it is. I usually write what book I got it out of. If I'm making it off a recipe, I date it. And if I did get it out of a book, I put which book and the page number and what they called it. If it's, and then in this case, I also put what's in there. If I make up a concoction of some kind, I do write what's in there and how much I used, because you don't remember. So let's wipe this out. So that was the healing bath. You could also, I'm sure, put that in, if you're feeling a little snuffy, you could put that in some hot water and let it steep a little bit, and then kind of breathe it in. It might help a little bit. Now this one's called Psychic Bath, but I like the ingredients in it. I thought it would smell quite refreshing. So it has lemongrass, thyme, orange peel, clove, and cinnamon. Doesn't that sound like a great combination? So we're going to make some of that up. And now what this book says is use it daily to become aware of your psychic impulses. Helps you visualize. We're going for the smell. Alright, so we need 3 parts lemongrass, and this is cut and sifted, and there I go spilling again. Right on. Alright, so we need 3 parts lemongrass. I got a bigger portion of lemongrass because it smells good, and I think you can make tea out of it. So I need to research that a little more. I enjoy drinking tea in the evening, especially in the wintertime. It's so cold here. And 2 parts thyme. We need some thyme. And a lot of this I grow in my gardens and then I dry it. So this is thyme from my garden. Ooh, that smells really good. Well, 2 parts thyme, well, you'll see that's quite a hunk right there. So maybe we'll just do that, maybe a little more. There, that looks close enough to 2 to me. 2 parts. 2 parts orange peel next. I did buy oranges today. I am going to eat them and then save the peel and throw them in the dehydrator. In the meantime, I got some of this orange. Let me show you. This is orange peel that I got in the dried spice section in the produce area at the local grocery store. So we'll give it a go. It smells kind of like oranges, but not super orangey. Got something in there. Get that off of there. It was 2 parts orange peel. Alright. There's 1 part, 2 parts. Okay. And I usually almost always use this scoop. That way when I'm doing my parts, this is about a teaspoon. I know how much is in there. And we need 1 part clove. Well, I have whole clove, so I'm just going to add a couple. Maybe we'll do, I think clove can be an irritant, so I think I'm just going to do 2. And then I'm going to add 1 part cinnamon. So we'll put that in. And then we'll give it a mix. A little bit of cinnamon there. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to close. There we go. And let's stir this mixture up. This one isn't as pretty as the other one, but it sure does smell good. This should be just delightful once it's in the bath. Yeah, it smells interesting, pretty good already. So I'm going to put this in a jar, and then it will be ready to go, and it's time to take a bath. And again, we want to label that. So you can see, it's just a canning jar. My canning jars, when I get them, I sterilize them with hot water. I was doing a salt water bath, but then you had to do it again to get the salt water off because of the salt residue. So now I'm just doing the boiling water. That way I know they're sterilized and ready to go in case, not that I would eat this, but in case I do want to eat something, because most of the herbs I do have are edible. You can make teas and whatnot out of them, so I'll make sure they're in a clean storage container. And again here I have what book's from, the recipe is from, what the recipe is called, the date I made it, and what's in there. And that's that one. Okay, we're going to do one more. Maybe not, we're at 11 minutes. Okay, I'll just show you quick. I have white sage. I really like the smell of white sage. This does not grow here. I think it's a desert variety. It has its own unique smell. So I think I'm going to make a bath one out of this too. So I'm going to take some of this. And then I thought I would add some roses. And maybe some white willow bark. This is a lot of sage. I'm just going to put this one piece I'm going to put in there. And I'm going to put a couple scoops of white willow bark. And then I'm going to put a little bit of roses in there. I think this should be a nice scent too. That'll be good for, this is all, I'm going to put 2 scoops of roses in. I'm going to love roses. So now I will label this. This is what's in there. I'm going to go ahead and break this up instead of sticking the whole thing in there. I'll mix it up and I'll label it that I put one of these in, 2 parts of the white willow, and 2 parts rosebuds. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe to Aunnie's Place and comment below if you have any questions. Take care. Bye-bye.